does the universe have for you about rest? So, this first card says, staring out the window and gazing at the sky or a tree is rest. Number 2 is, I will imagine what my body needs. I will daydream for freedom. So, when we get more into the message, we will get into the back side as well as some tarot. So, thank you for watching. If you are power number 1, this is your reading. So, we will start out with the rest deck first. So, I will get some more rest cards just to get an understanding of what exactly you need to welcome or dismiss sometimes in your life, and then afterwards, like I said, some tarot. So let's get started. So the back of this card actually says, in a culture focused on hyperproductivity, it can feel uncomfortable to sit and do nothing and let silence wash over you. Doing nothing is a radical part of your lifelong rest practice. To be intentional about embodying rest disrupts systems of oppression. We must practice rest. We must commit to it as a protest. We must go slow. Go stare at the sky. Go stare at your heart. I love the inspirational messages about not being used. I will actually side this one up. And for the back side is the practices. I will let you see those practices on your own. And then we'll get into the tarot. It's all about how you can use this daily. And you can pause them to read the backs of them yourselves when I show the cards. But without further ado, let's get a few to see how you can incorporate rest into your daily practices. Alright, I am enough. The systems I live under are trash. I can rest. These can become like your daily rest / resistance affirmations. So ask yourself these questions. Let's get another one. Rest is a lifelong practice. Rest is definitely a lifelong practice. Practice. The second one that we have that flipped out is, I am not lazy. That is a common thing that will come up. Like the question of, is this just me being lazy? But no. Read this here. Alright. Let's get I like when I split the deck because it shows like the best ones. So I am free, I am rested, I am well cared for. I am well. There are infinite ways to liberation. Expand now. One more shuffle. My body is sacred. Exhaustion does not honor the rest. So now let's get some tarot and see exactly what you can do. And how is this showing up in your life? So to see exactly how this is showing up in your life right now, we're going to get some tarot. Just so we can see if we can get some clarifying messages. I love doing the shuffle. good rest practice. What insight and what messages does the universe have for pile number 1 about rest? Okay, so the 5 of Wands in reverse always symbolizes to me, and from always what I've learned, is like the haters in reverse. So this card coming out is definitely you striving for, different changes and the release of old conflict or competition. So right now you're avoiding conflict, respecting differences, agreeing to disagree, and diversity. So you may be doing something right now where you're trying to release the old people that were in your life causing conflict. Number 2 is the 6 of Pentacles, which is all about, number 6 is about movement, balance, solutions, and harmony, healing, and empathy. So you can see the scales are balanced on there. So what can you be doing to give, receive, share wealth, generosity, charity, and just general sharing? So there may be something, like I always say with this card, when this one is coming out, it looks like he's giving his pentacles away, but it's really just little nuggets. So look at how big this pentacle is to how small the little nuggets. So that could be nuggets of wisdom, that could be anything that you're doing right now. What else do you need to rest? This one that jarred out was the Magician. So action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, creativity. So it's the beginning of different creative projects. Also, it's a master person who is, in control and in charge of the things that they're deciding to do, and, letting that be something that, letting that be you. You're the master of your craft. So what is it? Something that brings you rest, but also you have mastered? Is it your meditation practice or a number of things that you are now good at, but now it feels like rest? It could have been hard at one time, but now it's so easy for you. It's like rest. We have the 2 of Wands about planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, and travel plans. So someone that may have been, you may have a job that makes you travel. That could be anything that you are. All right. We got the King of Cups. So we have emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balance, supportive leader, tolerance, and empathy. So someone here is using the things that they have learned, like the master, using the things that they have learned in order to make new plans, new projects, and the things that you're able to give into the world more effective. A couple more. Oh. These all came out at the same time. Okay. This is the last 4. So Tower, there will be some sudden change going on, and just a release. It could have been a previous structure that is now crumbling down for you. This Page of Pentacles also talks about the manifestation, financial opportunities. So there's a new financial opportunity manifesting when you are mastering your craft and making sure that you are taking control of that. You also have flip out the 10 of Pentacles, which is just all about the ultimate completion, and you can see here the family on there is very happy. Lastly, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So there are an abundance of opportunities that flipped out for you. All of those felt like they had to come out at the same time, so I took them. So there is something here that you are the master of, and you also are mastering your rest. So this thing is hard for others, but for you it feels so easy. So pile number 1, that is your reading. Thank you for watching. Bye. Power number 2, this is your reading. You have the I will imagine what my body needs and I will daydream for freedom. So we have this here. You have permission to experiment with what rest can do for your body and mind. This is more than naps. Rest is anything that allows you to connect to your body with your mind. Slowly enter into the portal of rest, and while you are there, you will find abundance. Exhaustion resides in the space of scarcity. Rest is abundance. Rest is yours now. Rest is imagination work. The time to rest is certainly now. So let's get some of these cards here, just so we can get a deeper insight, and I will show you the backs, but I won't read all of them. That's for your own practice to decide what you would like to do with these practices. So what else do we have? What message does power number 2 have about rest? Rest. I am expensive. I will rest. Definitely give some good affirmations as well on the back. You can pause and read those and incorporate them into your own rest practice, your own rest practices. Rest is a lifelong practice. Power number 1 had this one as well, I believe. And that definitely message resonates from any pile that you choose. Let's get some more. 2 actually fell out. This one came out in pile number 1 as well. Maybe you watched through this whole video and you just need some messages that are resonating with you and need to sit with these same ones, because there are about I think 50 practices here, so no coincidence. We also have another one that flew out, and it is welcome to the dream space. Another world is possible. Yes. So that is that one for you as well. We'll get 2 more and then we'll come over to your tarot. Alright. Daydreaming is a form of rest. How often do you daydream? Daydreaming is a form of rest. Have you incorporated this as a practice in your life? These are the important questions that we need to ask ourselves. Alright, let's get one more card. Sit down and daydream. Daydreaming is definitely dreaming, and daydreaming are 2 of your biggest messages. So ask yourself those questions about naps. Are you napping right now? To go to that dream space so that you can create this world, and trusting your daydreams. Trust your daydreams. Trust. Trust your daydreams. So that is your rest cards. I hope you are receiving your rest. Now let's shift over into your tarot and see exactly what you need to, the messages that you will need in order to understand better these cards. And let me know how those cards made you feel down below. Alright. Now this is your tarot reading, so let's get a couple of cards just to see what messages or clarifications we have about process of arrest and what you can do to get that rest. Let's see. Oh, the first one, strength, courage, passion, subtle power, persuasion, influence, inner strength, and focus. So right now you're needing power, strength, and control. It does take a lot of control to not flip out or back out of this rest process. Like, the question will often come up to you yourself. You will think like, am I just lazy? Things of that nature. So it does take strength to rewrite those old thought patterns and to excel at something new, like daydreaming and resting. It may not feel like what it used to feel like, because that was a place of insanity. And when you come into this dream space, in the rest space, it definitely gives you a different perspective, and you think, well, is this easy? I should have been doing this my whole life. But obviously the systems that we live under have kept you from that, even though the people who run these type of systems live by rest practices. So they're your boss and they make sure that they get their rest in, but you don't have that same luxury until right now. What else can we see about your rest practices? Now we have the Hierophant that flipped over and is in reverse. So right now you're looking at your own freedom and going against the grain. Right now, like I just mentioned, the system, it takes extra strength to reverse what the system does, because on this way it's all about tradition and the institutions that run us. But right now, where number 5 is the number of change and the energy of the unexpected. So right now you are definitely going through something where you're like, I want to focus on my own personal beliefs and I want to go my own way. And that sometimes to people you can see says foolish, but you are unorthodox. So if it needs to look foolish while you get it together, that's the way it can look. Let's see what else. Alright, the card that flipped over got 2 cards. So we have the shadow self. This is the devil card, talking all about that shadow self and attachment. So there is some destructive behavior that you have been known to or do. Now, by destructive behavior, I mean in the practice of rest. Let's think about it. Maybe you start getting rest, but you feel lazy. So what you do is you start wanting that movement back, like the chariot. So when you start doing your rest practices, you start going against the grain. It takes a lot of strength, and sometimes you have been known to go for it, but then you come back and you say, oh no, that's not right. So you start moving once again, and you do a lot of things. Now the chariot can symbolize it, willpower, also like strength, and just the control. So right now you need extra control to control your own progress and actions. And what can you do to, have to go in the direction for your own life? I'm gonna just take those 2 for now and get some more. Okay, so what I'm looking at here, if you look at this card, it is the 5 of Cups, all about change as well. So if you do not go your own way, you definitely will regret it. So let's look at it from here. It's about acceptance, moving on, and finding peace. So what can you do to make peace with this new journey? Whoops, that one tried to flip over. Alright, it looks like right now you are in alignment with the 7 of Cups, but you are having a hard time flipping your personal values to be something that are personal to you and not ones from an institution like the Hierophant here. Right now, you feel like maybe you're in a state of fantasy or confusion, but honestly, that is how it feels when you're starting something new, even when you go to a new job. So you'll be in a state of confusion, so it's better to ride the wave out. And the last 2 cards we have the Lovers and the Queen of Pentacles are symbolizing the harmony. You want to do what you love, and that is what you can nurture to bring ultimate peace into your life. So this message is definitely for you here. I am so excited that you decided to watch this reading. Thank you so much for watching. Get that rest that you definitely need, and I will see you next video. Bye.